Where did these Extreme 2 samples come from?
What a great way to start off a recording. Uh,
Yeah, well, you press the start button right as soon as I.
anyways, um, hello everyone. This is Timor-ensinck, and I am here with the next walkthrough I am going to be doing. Uh, I'm doing this after I finish Shadowrun. I am going to upload that. It's currently the 28th of December, 2024. For anyone who wants to know, because I'm probably gonna upload this later. Because I still haven't uploaded Shadowrun. And I still do one part space on 5 part 2, but regardless, so if you remember, a long time ago, back in like March or May or something like that, I did bk1 and I had a lot of fun doing that walkthrough. Um, and I decided to cover the entire series in its full, including bk2 as well, bk2 Chaos, bk3, and bk3 Chaos. Now, for those who do know, I do have a playlist, well, videos of bk2 Chaos. However, they were recorded in a time when the quality just wasn't as good as it is now. And they just weren't great in general. So I'm planning to remaster that, but we'll get to that once we get to it. Um, anyways, back to the main topic. This is bk2, also known as Bokurano de Valken 2. And this one, I believe, is called Attack of something of the Conquest. I forget what it's called exactly. Can't remember its title. And this game, just like bk1, is an well, I don't know if it's no, it's not an RPG. Is it? I don't know if it is.
I wouldn't say so because there's no level system. I mean, there's HP and there's weapons, but I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't call it an RPG.
Yeah. Um, so it's not an RPG. It's more like I guess a side scroller, I guess. Um, so it's very different from bk1. Uh, so in this game, I'll get to this, but the only stat you really have is HP, and the way you progress through the game is by upgrading your HP. Um, now the system of how this worked has changed a little bit in previous has changed because in earlier versions it was made so that you could upgrade your HP, like start at 100 HP, and then you'd go to 2, and every HP would be 1 gold. And then it would go up to 200, then it would be 2 gold, etc. And 300, 3 gold, 404 gold for every HP, etc., 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 etc. Like it would just keep increasing like that. However, this meant that you could have 199 HP, and if you get a lot of gold, you could just upgrade that in 1 go and pretty much finish the game with no issues. This has been changed so that you can no longer do this anymore. However, I don't know how the system works. I will look this up because I know it's like explained somewhere, but I'll explain this. I'll explain that once I know how it works. Um, And in this game, you do still have, weapons, just like bk1. You've got a lot more of them. I don't know the exact amount, but you've got a lot more of them. This game was made in 2011, no, October to be exact, so about a year after bk1. Um, and yeah, there really aren't many differences. People classify this game as the easiest BK game, Personally, I disagree. I actually find BK1 to be a lot easier, especially with all the exploits you can do. The stat system could be a lot better in that game.
BK3 is a lot easier because you can just you can cream your way through if you like grind a lot and
Mm-hmm.
stats. And BK3 becomes easy. I'd say it's difficult on the first run, but after that you can pretty much just cheese your stats.
Mm-hmm. Kinda, yeah. BK2 doesn't let you do this. However, the reason why I find BK1 very easy is because of the, just I've played through it before, but also you can just over level and buy lots of stuff, as I showed in my previous playthrough. But what makes this game hard is that uh, the stunning tactics, I'm gonna go a bit fancy here, that were in BK1, like how you could like stun enemies when you're attacking stuff, no longer apply. So do not think when you're attacking something, it's just gonna be kind of there and existing. Not the case. It's still gonna do stuff when you're attacking, which is really nice. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that because it's side scroller, it's more of a like you basically walk through a stage and just beat up the enemies, I guess. Um, oh yeah, that's another thing. This game is divided up into 25 stages, and each of them has got 4 levels, so 100 levels in total. There's also some extra stuff, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. Um, okay, yeah, I know it's a brand new game, that's what I'm talking about right now, but um, so this game is
Back to
it's
the stunning thing. I have one more thing to say. So the stunning thing in BK2, there's enemies that can stun you and you can't do anything about it.
yep. In BK1
So
you could, but in BK2
you
you
need
can't.
a lot of healing items in BK2 to that's how you win BK2. Just buy a lot of healing items.
Well, and have
And you
enough
can
HP to withstand attacks.
oh, and that too. Yeah. It's a combination of those two. Weapons, yeah, they can make a difference. There's some strategy you could do with different weapons, but ultimately
Definitely. And the steel
it's
plates.
oh yeah, but ultimately it's just how much HP you have and how many healing items you have.
Well, you can't just kill like a citizen suction with a hammer, but that's not possible. I used to know like all the like attack values of like how much damage the weapon did and stuff, so I might uh use that because there is a reference that I do have that lists all of that stuff.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, but what I mean is you don't usually have to upgrade weapons until a few stages later. If you really don't want to. I mean, with the exceptions of the hammer, of course.
no,
But
I would say pretty much every single state is advised to do it.
not around the mid range. Like 13 to like 17 or 18, not really. You can get by.
Especially when you get some of the secret weapons, but again, they're all secret weapons in this game, but I'll get into that. They
Yeah.
also sell some secret weapons. But anyways, to not overcomplicate things any more than I already did, because that was unorganized as hell. But anyways, let's just go and start, and I'll just explain the concepts as we go.
bk2 version 1, bk2 version, limited items list, logic 6 of 9.
Um, now, when I enter my VK2 folder, you heard Monster.exe and not the usual Play.exe that is normally in there. There's a reason for this. So Tyler Spivey, I'm gonna go into a bit of background here. This was originally for the text games. It was his form user. He originally made a patch for the text games of Mukuruma, which allowed the text games to like do some things, which include not passing keys like through like when it was on focus. So like for example, if I hit tab, the game won't pause and stuff like that. Um, but ultimately, this works for any HSP game, no matter what it is. So this means that I can pretty much have no keys pass through when I'm not in the focus of, the game, which is really nice. So I'll be using this EXE. It doesn't tamper with the game in any way, but it makes, I guess, the experience a bit more pleasant. It's not really annoying. It's just it's only annoying when you're switching windows and stuff. But
This is gonna be really embarrassing to say, but I totally forgot that I actually, built an add-on for this thing. I actually completely forgot that. I thought that was the reason why you renamed it.
No. Basically, Launch actually does run the Play.exe by itself, so you don't need to worry about that. Now, I will run this with the car emulator just once to show you the name of the game, but after that, I'm not going to be doing that anymore, because it's really not needed. We're going to use the transit add-on for this, by the way, so... Okay.
Display template.
Yeah.
Move the drop.
We're gonna...
Pin the start menu. Pin the task party. Run with resubmit.
Yes.
Japanese generic J. bk2 explore. Arcade Adventure 2 Counter Attack and Conquest version 1.35.
Yeah, Counter-Attack and Conquest. That's what it's called.
And this game is still getting updated to this day.
Arcade Adventure 2 Counter Attack and Conquest title menu.
Yeah, it is. Alright, that's the intro. Now, I am... Full disclaimer, I am going to be playing this fully in Japanese. No English translation for those people who don't know what I'm talking about. I'll start off. But for the people who do know, might be like, why? Well, because the English translation is really bad. It is atrocious. It shouldn't even exist. It's that bad. It's very misleading and... yeah. Just... None of the story text is translated and the weapons... Even some of the weapons aren't translated. So, yeah. Just do not use that whatsoever. I highly am against people who do that. Well, not against... wrong word. Wrong wording. I would highly not advise people not to use that if you can, because it is atrocious. Even translate now to it much better nowadays. But yeah, translate is better than JTT also. So if you can use translate, let friends translate, but don't use JTT if you can, because its cache is really outdated. For those who don't really know what I'm talking about. Also, the music in this game is really good. Anyways, let's go for the menu.
Continue. Start over. Read and save and play the game.
That's obvious. You can start over and play a new game.
Continue. Load existing save data and continue playing the game from where you left off.
That's also pretty obvious. Also, from the beginning and from the continuation. JTT reference.
Check for updates. Connect to the internet and check for new versions of the program.
Check for updates.
No updates found. Your game version is up to date. Arcade Adventure 2. Check preferences. Change various settings.
Preferences. Let's go into here.
Environment settings. BPM volume. Current location. 90.
So here you can change the music volume, which is cool and all. Goes to 2000.
Environment set ambience. BPM volume. Current location. 1790.
Now, you really need to tap very lightly to change it. Like,
Ambience. BPM volume. Current location. 1290.
it's not like bk3 where it's like extremely, like, you have to really hold to change. No, very light taps change the volumes. Extremely light. So just be aware of that.
Ambient sound volume. Current location. 700.
Yeah, ambient, that's at 700.
Audio output method. Currently auto selected.
Auto selected. We have auto.
Deselect the audio. PC Talker BDMW dedicated output. If you are using PC Talker or BDMW series, please set this responsible increase.
PC Talker, that's a Japanese screen reader.
Clipboard output. Send text data to the clipboard with spoken by both screen readers.
Clipboard.
PC. Auto select. The text available speech methods and automatically select one.
Auto select.
NVDA JAWS generic output. If NVDA JAWS for Windows is running, it will automatically detect an output for voice. Sappy voice output. Uses Sappy for voice output. Please prepare a Japanese Sappy voice.
So Sappy is also a thing. Not recommended, but you know, if you really have to use it.
NV auto select. The text available speech methods and automatically select one.
I personally recommend auto select because it's just the easiest. Because it auto detects what you're using. This game is an auto game, of course. I haven't said that. I probably should have.
Change
But-
environment ambient sound volume
yeah.
current output method. Currently, check for updates when starting the game. Current location off.
Just first starting the game is off. I don't know why it's off.
If you want to connect to the internet and get the latest updates when you start the game, turn it on. You can also manually check for updates at any time, even if you turn it off. Off. On. Environment settings.
What's going on? Now, just a real quick disclaimer. If you do download this game and install it, it's gonna ask you for an update. If you run this without administrative privileges, it will error out and not update. So you need to run the game as admin in order for it to update. So, for the first time, because it needs to change the name of update.exe to up.exe. So just as a note,
Ambient sound volume audio output method. Currently auto selected.
run as admin when the first time it asks you if you want to update, because the installer for some reason has an out of date version. I'm not sure why.
Check for updates when starting the language selection.
Language selection. We've got
English.
English
Japanese. English.
and Japanese. I'm leaving on Japanese
Environment settings.
because
Language selection.
again that's the English translation dictionary, which really is not recommended to use,
Setting complete.
which I really do not recommend using.
Your settings for the save. Arcade continue check for represent game. End the game.
And that's exit. So, yeah, the menu is very small. I know I didn't explain too much of that, but I don't think there is real need to be honest. Like, the menu options really explain themselves enough to where it's not really needed. Heck, it's funny, the English translation only has like new game, load game, check for updates, preferences. It's very sparse. Like it doesn't even have the descriptions, which is very strange. So yeah. So yeah, let's go and start a new game.
Preferences change check for continue. Start over. Create a new save and play the game. Welcome to Larva's Adventure 2. This game is a side-scrolling game that is a sequel to Larva's Adventure: Ambition in the Darkness.
Yep.
First, please decide the save destination slot for the game you are about to start. Once decided, they will be automatically saved to the slot you specified.
So
Select the slot you want to use.
you've got
1, 2,
10 slots.
10, 1.
You can use permanent, thankfully, which is nice. If you press, oh, you can't do that here. Never mind.
There is already another data in that slot. Do you want to override it?
Yes.
Yes. Next, please choose the player's name. An input box will appear, so please use the tab key to confirm. Larva's Adventure 2 counter attack and conquest version 1.35. Visit link.
That was testing data, so yeah, don't worry, I didn't lose anything. I'm gonna enter Timor
Timor.
as my name.
Is Timor okay? Larva's Adventure 2 counter attack and conquest version 1.35. No. Yes.
Yes. For disclaimer, I have played through this game, so I do
That's a
know
good question.
what I'm doing.
Are you okay, Timor?
No, yeah, and there's a box here if I haven't mentioned that yet. Probably
Oh,
not.
yes.
Let's see. Yes. He's also played through this game. He's probably gonna fill in some of the points that I might end up missing or forgetting or something. If
No,
there's
you know way more about this game than I do. I mean, I know quite a bit, but you, if anything, you'll be correcting me. So,
True. Maybe.
New data has been created. Now the game begins. First, you will complete the tutorial and then you will set off on your adventure.
Yep.
But first, you can only select one stage and then one level in that stage, so there is no sound when you move with the arrows. In such a case, you can press the space bar to check the menu item on which the cursor is currently positioned. Please use this function.
Oh yeah. If there are any menu options or generally, you can press space bar on a menu. Also, if the name, I forget what it is, but there is some kind of thing where like if the name is too long or something, it goes like absolutely crazy. Or like there's kind of way to make the game go like really weird or something. I don't know. Like the options menu is so messed up with Safi.
yeah, that's because the space character. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know how that works exactly. I think when you put in spaces, it creates items, and then like
Yeah, every space is basically a new item
new
in the
item.
menu,
yeah,
and that applies globally. That's not just your username. That is literally
everywhere.
yeah. It's bad.
So that's why it's really messed up with Safi. It was in English.
Or I don't think it applies to the stage menu, but it definitely applies to like the objects menu and
Oh yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
does. So yeah, don't do that.
In such a case, you can press the spacebar to check the menu item on which the cursor is currently positioned. Please use this function. This game is a sequel to Our Great Adventure. Ambitions in the Darkness. Would you like to review the general flow of Our Great Adventure? Ambitions in the Darkness. Even if you haven't completed Our Great Adventure, you can get a general idea of the story.
Ambition in the darkness.
What would you like to do?
But yes, we're gonna recap. Warning, this recap is quite short, so if you do want the full story, I highly recommend you watch my walkthrough of BK1.
I want to play quickly. I can't wait. I want you to recap.
But I'll do it anyways.
The protagonist lies with his friends in a large building on the outskirts of Crystal City. One day he sees a group of boys screaming, "Give us food! Give us food!"
For generally people who want, to know the story, I'll do it.
And finally, the rats attack the protagonist's house. A few days later, one night, the protagonist had a strange dream. Man. Person 1, wow. Person 2, shit, I'm hungry. Person 3, ouch. Person 4, I wonder what's going to happen to us. Person 5, give me back my daughter.
See how good this is? This is almost bk3 translation. And that is saying something. Like, that is not achievable with JGT at all.
Child 1, ooh.
Pretty much.
Timor, that's cruel, too cruel.
Just saying.
Mysterious voice, Shiny, shiny, shiny.
That's supposed to be die, but it's censored like a bunch of characters, it doesn't really recognize it.
All the food is with us.
Like it's red, like it's written in a weird way, so that's why I can't translate.
A few days have passed since that dream, and the protagonist says goodbye to his companions and sets off on the journey to find out the truth. The protagonist investigates various sounds, and despite being bullied by a strange man named Yamage who uses a cat-following device, he gathers various pieces of information. Then, after sneaking a peek at the data in the dark man's laboratory and blowing up the dark man who had invaded, the protagonist finally discovers the truth. Man. The source of this problem was Yoko-tank.
The source of this problem was Yoko-tanku. Do you want me to slow down the speech?
I mean, personally, I don't mind. It's
Okay. I just want to make sure that I can follow along. I don't want it to be too fast.
I mean, everybody's got their different preference, so there really is no right answer.
It is unclear what Yoko-tank is or what its purpose is. However, Yoko-tank and Emil exchange emails. Of these, Yoko-tank certainly aims to attract food to itself. Also, Emil appears to be working for Yoko-tank. Then, a person named Timor appeared, someone who tried to sabotage the plan, and the Dark Ones gradually began to think about eliminating this person. And so, Megasaurus was sent out as the ultimate weapon. By defeating it, the Dark One was left with almost no means of resistance. Even the theft of the secret key was a mistake made by leaving everything to Megasaurus. Anyway, this gives us the gist of the truth. My goal is to expose the truth about the Emil and Yoko-tank's food plundering plan. And to stop eating.
And to stop it.
And finally, the protagonist defeated Yoko-tank and achieved his goal, but... Data Timor, playtime 0 hours 4 minutes 37 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty much all in here. That's probably the best translation I have gotten of that recap. Ever.
Translation disabled.
Like,
NVD preferences sub setting. Speech change voice rate slider 60 LR. Question mark question.
that is legit the
Translation disabled.
best I have gotten. Anyways, this is the data menu, and in this menu, you will be pretty much spending all your time because this is basically, as I call it, the main, like the new main menu of the game, because you cannot go back to the main menu here. It's not really needed, but Alright, let's take...
Yeah, so if you want to switch to a different save
That's-
file,
you
you'll
have to
have to
exit.
restart the game.
Yep. Alright, so stage select is the first option right here.
The stage selection. Move to the stage selection screen. Items, you can check the items you have. Collection items, you can check the collection items you have. Weapons, you can check the weapons you are holding. Check and change data, manage your save data.
Now, before I go into any of this, there's something about your slot that I want to make very clear, like your slots. Do not change their name in the folder where located, which is bk2, and then data. Like, bk2 whatever, bk2 folder wherever you install it, and then, or add some strange characters. Normally, but I would name it to bk2, and then data. Don't rename your save file from there because otherwise it conflicts.
Preferences, access various settings. End game, save your data and exit the game.
That's all done here. Let's go into
Check and change data. Manage your save data.
the
Weapon. Select items for save selection. Move to the save items. You can select weapons. You check and change data. Manage your save data.
this screen first.
Data menu. Player's name. Timor. Change with enter.
You can choose a player name, which is change your player name with school.
Save slot 1. Change by entering.
Yeah, this is where you should change your save slot. And not just renaming the file, the save one, not that. Or whichever slot you have for saved.
I mean, it
causes
does
issues.
ask you when you start the game, like when you load the profile, it does, bring up the conflict, and it asks if you want to move it, but yeah, it's kind of buggy. Like, it sort of works, but yeah.
Stage reset. Resets the stage.
Yeah. And reset saves. I'm not sure why I'd want to do that, but
Return.
yeah.
Data Timor. Playtime 0 hours 7 minutes 12 seconds.
Yeah, there is no stats.
Items. You can check the items you have.
There's no status.
I didn't have any items. Data items. Collection weapons. You can check the weapon collection items. I didn't have any collectible items.
No collection
Items.
items.
Select weapons. You can check. He had no weapons.
And no
Items.
weapons.
Select weapons. Check preferences. Act campaign. Save. The stage selection. Move to the stage selection screen.
And the whole preferences screen is here, so yeah, let's go into a stage selection screen.
Select the stage.
Let's press space because there are no items in the menu.
Tutorial.
The tutorial. Let's go.
Stage selection.
Now, unlike BK3, for people who do know, there are only 2 stages in this game, or like, no, 3 or 4, maybe 5 stages that have some kind of intro, like dialogue before the stage starts. Unlike BK3, which in that game all stages have an intro before they start, before like the stage, like level select menu pops up.
0-1 colon master the enter key action.
Yup, 0-1, master the enter key. Action, let's do this. Or the action button. Let's see this. You press enter to select the level.
Let's play ball.
Yep.
When the ball rolls, press enter to return the ball. Please return the ball to the right.
Okay.
Once you reach the left side, it will bounce back.
Yep.
Submenu.
Right, so before I talk about anything, so basically what you have to do is you have to, well, first of all, I'm going to explain some keys here, so I don't know how I want to do this, but in this game, just like BK1, you need to face in the direction. So if you press right or left, you will just turn in that direction. If you start holding right or left, you will start walking. If you hold control, you will start running. And you can also, instead of holding control, hold Z to run, which is really nice. I actually prefer this, since it actually is a lot easier for me to use the Z key, but the reason why that is, I'll explain once we actually get there. But now we have to face to the right, so like turn to the right, you'll hear that sound, then you gotta switch on your balls. You can press
Object information, total number of objects, 1 current position, 0.
and the object menu will show up, and you can move
Total number, all position 24, total number of objects, 1 current
with
position,
the up
0.
and down arrows in this menu, the total amount of objects, and then you can move one down.
All position 24, 0.
So I can see
Total number of objects, 1 current position, 0.
that I'm at position 0,
All position 24, 0.
and the ball is at 24, and it's at height like x24, and it's at y0, so height 0. There are times when height like does get used, but not in a bit, so I'll explain that once we get to it. You can also press escape to get out of here. You can press tab
Submenu.
to bring up a sub-menu, which has a few things.
Status display.
The status display,
Item.
items,
Collection items.
collection items,
Weapons.
weapons,
Handheld weapons.
handheld weapons. I'll explain this later.
Object information.
Object information, basically the same menu as the menu in that, so that they could access by pressing D.
Stage interruption.
Exit stage,
Environment settings.
preferences,
Menu end.
and close menu.
Status display.
I'll show you the status display real quick.
Status. HP 100, 100% remaining.
That's your HP.
Current location 0.
Current location.
Weapons equipped.
Weapons are equipped.
Number of gold coins owned 0.
Number of gold coins.
Currently playing level 01.
Level you're currently playing.
Weapon use restrictions none.
If there are any weapons restricted, that's also a thing. Not very common use. It's only used in very specific occasions, but it is used. If you
Submenu.
press O,
1.
you will
Object
see how many objects there are on the map. I don't know why that's even a key, but it is. So now it's face to the right. That's a turning sound. Now that ball is rolling back to the right since I didn't return it. That's turning sound. If I walk, sounds like that. There are many different footsteps types, so don't think it's gonna be always the same footstep sound. And if I run, it sounds like this. I turn to the right, run, turn to the left. So I'm just facing, and now I run to the left. So press enter.
Okay.
There we go.
Now I will roll 10 balls, so please return them all.
Now we're gonna do the same for 10 balls. However, I just face to the right and then just mash the enter key for this pretty much. This turning thing I think might make more sense later.
Amazing.
I'm trying to make it as organized as I possibly can, but it's quite hard.
In this way, you can catch moving objects by pressing enter in this game.
Yep.
Also, drop items do not move, but you can grab them by pressing enter like this. Got it?
They can open doors, which I'll get into later, and stuff like that. You can also pick up items.
Select the stage.
But yes, I did understand that.
Stage selection.
And that weird noise you just heard, was it saving your data?
Yeah.
02, master the jump.
Mastering jumps.
Did you get enter?
Yes, I did.
Now let's learn how to jump. Jumping allows you to avoid enemy attacks and reach objects in high places. So first, let's try catching the strange ball that is floating in the air for some reason. Wherever the ball is, you will hear a sound. When you think the sound of the ball is in the center, jump and press enter to catch it. Note that jumping is the arrow.
Yep. So,
Object info.
the reason why I didn't explain how that worked is because the tutorial explains it by itself.
Total number of objects, 1 current position, 0. All floating in the middle position, 5 height 1.
See? Height 1. So what I want to do, the character by can only jump 1 tile high. So we're gonna go 5 to the right.
Object information, total number of objects, 1 current position, 5.
Yep, but position 5.
So all floating in the middle position, 5 height 1.
That noise means exactly in the middle. So if I go back,
All floating in the middle position, 5 height 1. Total all floating in the middle position, 5.
no,
Object info, total number of all floating in the middle position.
that noise means that it's exactly in the middle. So I'm gonna press up and then enter. Up, enter.
Congratulations, then I'll give that ball to you. It's just a ball.
There we go.
Still, I wonder why it's floating in the middle. Now try dodging the attack. Don't worry, it won't do you any damage. Now try dodging the attack. Don't worry, it won't do you any damage. Arrows will come flying from the right, so jump to avoid them. Jump when the timing is right.
I think now try, let's see.
Arrows will come out. Try dodging the attack. Don't worry, it won't do you any damage.
Now try dodging attacks. Don't worry, it won't do any damage.
Arrows will come flying from the right, so jump to avoid them. Jump when the timing is right.
Yep, so this is a very important key factor. Timing your jumps is going to pretty much be necessary. Like, you can't live without timing your jumps. It's pretty much a saving grace. So, you hear and then you hear dim, and then you hear dim, and that's when the arrow basically gets fired. That's when it jumps. So you hear jump, because that's when you hear the dim, and that's when you want to jump because the arrow is being fired. Just try to figure out when attacks hit and when they, from enemies and stuff, because they're gonna be lots more enemies introduced. These are just tutorial enemies, so they're just things that are just kind of there, I guess, and you can't destroy them. But just, that's a general note. Just try to figure out enemy
you
patterns.
can destroy the arrow launchers in the tutorial remix, but
Oh, really?
but not in this stage.
No, not on this stage. I didn't know
Because you
destroy
don't
those.
have a weapon, so.
They didn't really have weapons.
Object information, total number of arrow launch pad position 20 height 1.
Well, they call the arrow launch pads, but yeah. Jump. But yes, enemies can fight. Some enemies can be on height 1, but and then like fire an attack that's at 0. This is very not much use, but it is possible. It's possible. So just be aware of that. Jump.
Yes, thank you for your hard work.
I hope you understood that.
But the author is a devil, so he makes it difficult.
Oh yeah. See, in this game, multiple things can be on the screen at once. It's not just like BK1 where there's only one enemy at a time. Oh no. It is multiple at once. It can be like 30 or something at once on the screen. So yeah, this game, it's way different from BK1.
Submenu.
See, this is where timing becomes pretty much necessary, as you can tell. Jump, jump, oh, jump, 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 jump. Ah.
Submenu.
If you're really good at this game, you can technically time like 2 attacks at once if you're really like trying to do that. It is possible, as you can tell. Like that.
Yay, let's make more, it's fun.
As you see, I just did there. I literally just timed like 2 attacks in a row.
Yay, let's make more, it's fun.
Oh no. Alright, this is where
Arrow launch
you
pad. Total number of objects, 4 current positions,
pretty
5 arrow launch
much
pad. Arrow
want to
launch pad.
jump because there are 4 of them. Whoops.
Jump! Jump! Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to that if you want to play this game.
Well, that's generally a BK game.
Good job.
Yeah, but especially in BK2.
Oh yeah. BK3 also.
Yeah.
But I get used to that. Also, you can hold jump. You can press jump and like hold control or like run in the air or walk in the air. That's possible as well. Just hold the whatever running key down and right, or just hold, or just press up and then hold right. You can do that. Don't press it. And also, don't think that jumping makes you move faster. It does not.
It actually makes you move slower. I
Slower,
think,
yeah. Running
which
jumps
is
can
amazing.
running jumps can be a max of 3 tiles, and normal walking jumps can be 2 tiles. So it's an extra tile, basically.
Good job. Select the stage.
Alright.
Stage selection 0, 03, basics of attack.
0-3. Basics of attacking,
Next, I'll teach you the basics of attacking.
as I would call this.
In this level, you're going to have weapons and you're going to have to destroy this toy car.
The toy cars.
What a waste.
What a waste, you say?
It's okay, just go ahead and destroy it or leave stress. Weapons will be equipped, so try hitting the car with the space. Weapons will be equipped, so try hitting the car with the space.
A weapon will be equipped to try hitting the car
Weapons will be equipped, so try hitting the car with the space.
with the space bar.
If you hit it 3 times, your car will be destroyed.
If you hit it 3 times, the car will be destroyed. Alright, so
Submenu.
now
Item, collection type weapons.
you can go to the weapons menu for this menu
Weapon list.
and let's press space.
One club used to hit cars in the tutorial, but apparently it's needed, doesn't work on anything else.
Yes, you can say that car is in the tutorial, but it's not going to be used for anything else because it's just too weak. You can also
Item, collection weapons, handheld weapons.
go into the handheld weapons menu.
Select the weapon you want to change. Handheld weapon 2, right. Handheld weapon 1, left.
So yeah, this is where the 1 and 2 buttons come into play on your number like pad, not the number row. Do not use the number row. Use the use the number row. Don't use the numpad. because that's not going to work in this game. Also, it would be really atrocious to do that. But say it can use 1 and 2 to switch 2 weapons, and you're going to be setting weapons in this menu quite frequently.
Cancel weapon 2 right. Cancel weapon 1 left.
So I can click this option.
Weapon list.
And it's gonna
Left,
ask
left,
what I want to
left.
set, so I can set to
Select the weapon you want to change.
left.
Cancel weapon 1 left. Cancel weapon 2 right.
Oh right, so left is 1, right is 2. But you can also
Submenu.
press W
Weapon list.
to access that menu. So again, more quick shortcuts, as well as
I didn't have any items.
I to go to the items menu, and
Collection item list.
C to go to the collection item menu.
8 arrows picked up during the tutorial. 1 ball received during the tutorial.
Yeah.
Arrow.
So
Oh,
D
these are
for
the tutorial.
object, W for weapon. They're all self-explanatory, except for objects, which is D.
Yeah, but you might not know them as a first-time player. Just saying, they're not introduced.
Well, yeah.
Arrows picked up during the
You
tutorial.
can press H for your health.
Press 8 for your health, yeah.
You can press X or
X.
spacebar to
Or
attack.
spacebar to fire with a weapon. That's what I was just gonna explain.
And then the 1 and 2 he's talking about is also on the, like, it's not in a menu, it's like in the game area.
Yeah, so let's go to the weapons menu and I equip it normally. You get the equip sound. But if I press 1, it doesn't work. Okay, never mind then. Can't do that. Oh well. Alright, let's go ahead to spacebar. Now, actually pressing X and using Z to run, because it's much easier on the hands. For me. At least. So this is where the turning comes in handy. As you can see.
Was it fun to release press and get more cars?
Right, so now
Up. Toy car position 13 0. Total number of objects 6 current position 14. Toy car position 13 0. Toy car position 13 0. Toy car position 13 0. Toy car position 17 0.
there
Toy
are
car position
6
17 0.
toy cars. So now I'm gonna turn.
Total number
What's
of
it
objects 6
at?
current position 14.
I'm at 14, so I'm gonna turn to the left. Oh, never mind. This one's back to the left. I'm gonna turn to the right. Back left. Back right. Back middle. Here we go. Back left. No. Come here. Oh, there's a car. So I turn back left. Now it's turning right, so I turn back right. I want to turn my left, so I turn left. To the right is one. To the right is the last one. Here we go.
Good job.
Yeah, this turning system, like, you can kind of explain it. But it's, of course, you know, the easiest way to experience it is just to play the game. But, you know.
Now let's defeat the boss character. I'll give you the car with a lot of durability, so please hit his arm. I'll also give you some small pie.
So we're gonna have a boss car. Now,
Well, good luck. Object information, total number of objects, 3 current position. Toy car position 18 0. Toy car
the
position
boss
14
toy
0.
car does make a different sound.
Toy car position 2 0. Toy car position 14 0.
It's the... And that also makes a different sound when you hit it. I'm gonna try small ones first. Oh. Come on. Right, so now to the right. Turn back left. We're about to go right, go left. Now you can also use to jump over enemies like this. So I can jump over it. That's very useful when avoiding attacks of enemies. You can turn and jump, which is very nice. So keep following it and hitting it as you go, pretty much. Just keep hitting it. Nice. Killed it.
Wonderful. Select the stage.
Alright.
Stage selection 0004. Tutorial remix.
So like I said, each stage has got 4 levels, and each stage has got a boss level of some sort. Well, this really isn't a boss level, it's more a tutorial remix. It's a remix, but I still kind of call it a boss level, because it basically, well, it's explained itself. It'll explain itself, but you know. So each stage got 4 levels, and the 4th level is always a boss level. So,
Actually, this level is kind of a boss level because it does something sneaky that if you're not paying attention, you're not gonna notice.
Oh yeah, right.
Yep.
Alright.
Now, sometimes I say harsh things too.
Yep.
So far, I have taught you 3 main things. For you, I created an adventure zone to put this tutorial together. Notice. Use what you have learned so far and go out there. Once you open the door, you will not be able to return to the previous area.
Yep. And once you beat, well, most of the stages, at least, unlock something. Would it be a shop, or, in this case, or the item house, which I'll explain how that works in a minute, when we unlock it. And if a stage doesn't unlock something, it means that you're in a sequence of stages and the shops will get unlocked after you complete a sequence of stages, and they will be unlocked all at once. We'll get to one of those breaks actually quite early in the game. So, yeah, I'll explain when that happens. But for now, don't worry about that.
See you at the exit. Good luck.
Alright, so, we'll first start off with rolling balls. So I'm gonna press enter to return them back to the right. And once we've done that, this is a door. So, the way you activate doors in this game is you want to give up against it like that, and you want to press enter to go through. Those arrow launchers. Now, in this room, I have to pause real quick by pressing the tab key, which opens the submenu if I haven't explained that already. Which presents up menu with like status, items, collection items, weapons, the handheld weapons menu, stage interruption, etc., etc. This is a room where people get confused because sometimes in this room people think they have to just jump a specific amount of arrows. Nope, your objective is to get to the door on the right hand side and just try to avoid the arrows if you can. You only take 1 point of damage though, so do not worry.
Item. Status display.
There is one thing I do want to explain real quick about HP. If you get to a quarter of your HP, a sound such as ding, just like ding, 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 will constantly be playing, just like it would in BK1. And that's basically the way the HP of this game works. If you get to a quarter or less, that sound is constant. There's gonna be a constant sound to warn you that you're low on HP, which is pretty nice. I like it when games do that.
Now sometimes, is there a door right now in this remix? Because there are some times where it wants you to complete an objective, like kill all the enemies, or you know, jump a specific amount of things, or just whatever until a door shows up.
Until a door shows up, yep.
You can actually destroy these arrow things if you want. They're at height 1, so you can jump and hit them. But it's not worth it. They take forever too, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it either. Alright, go for the door. Now, we have 10 toy cards to destroy. Let's get right to it. And let me tell you one thing. This room takes forever. It really does take forever.
This is one of those many situations where the door doesn't exist.
Will not exist.
Object. Toy car position 92 by 0.
Until you saw other cards. Yep, see, there is no door at the end of the level. Is there any case? No, I don't think so. There are no occasions, not in this game, where the door just randomly gets placed somewhere. I don't think. It's where the door is like placed randomly in the center or something. So it's always at the end of the level. No matter what, pretty much. But yeah, some doors do require you to complete the objective. I want to show
Total number of objects. 3 current position. Car position 88 0.
this.
Well, no, there is the mysterious sign in 6-3. I mean, it's not technically a door, but
Yeah, but it can be objectives in the middle. Here, I'll show off how this works. So we're gonna always to the next level, which is position 99. I know it's gonna take a while for the card to come back, but I just want to show this off how this works. Alright, so the stereo in this game is crazy. You can hear things
Car position 84 IC.
from like 40 squares away if you're really listening. Now, watch.
There is
No
currently,
door.
there is currently nothing in this field.
There's currently nothing in this field. However, if we wait, like that, the door just shows up. When we complete the objective. Now, this is the sneaky room.
Total number of objects. 1 current position 8.
There is a toy car, however, it makes the boss sounds. But
Car position 19 by 1.
it is at height 1, so we want to jump in this toy instead of just normally, killing it once at height 0. So let's do this. Jump space, jump space, jump space, jump space, jump space, and it takes 5 hits instead of 3. Jump space, there we go. Alright. Go all the way to the right and finish the tutorial remix.
yeah, when he said time your jumps, he didn't just mean for dodging attacks.
Yeah.
He also meant for when you need to attack.
Yeah. Because some attacks are some enemies are in the air. So yeah. There are occasions where you cannot jump attack. In fact, jump attacks, there's only one occasion, but it is very rare. It's only like one enemy, but we'll get into that. That's very late into the game, though.
Congratulations, you did well on the last apply question. Amazing, now you can start the game. That's amazing, I'm so proud of you.
Yep.
The tutorial is over. You can now use the item storage. You can now set off on an adventure. Select the stage.
Yep.
Stage 1, tutorial.
If we go back into the tutorial,
Stage select. Item warehouse.
item warehouse.
Here you can store an unlimited number of your items.
Hey,
And members can store as many
I'm
items
getting
as
a
they need.
call,
Collection items
so I'm gonna
so you
answer
can use
it. Also, I have nothing to contribute to the item house anyway,
No.
so
You don't.
I'll be back.
Alright. So, basically, the item warehouse is basically as like the description said.
Here you can store an unlimited number of your items, collection items, and weapons. You can store as many weapons that are your items you don't need, and collection items that your entire team as you like, so please make use of it.
Yeah, so you can basically store stuff that you don't want or don't need anymore. Now,
Storehouse.
this menu has
Store the item.
the store items,
Take out an item.
take out,
Close the warehouse.
or close the warehouse.
Take store the item.
Now, there are many different signs for taking out and storing items, just as a random note. So let's go and store these collection items
Choose a category for the items you want to store.
that we got from the tutorial, because they're practically useless.
Collection items. 1 ball received during the tutorial. 10 arrows picked up during the tutorial. 22 pieces of my car, I destroyed it myself. All.
Now, if you present on a collection item, normally when you collection item this menu, or in the status, like collection items menu, normally, you will get a description
Return.
of your item. I'm sure I will look actually.
Storehouse. Close the whip. Select the stage.
We're gonna press escape of the stage selection
Stage
menu.
4. Item. Collect weapons. You can check the weapon collection items. You can check the
And we're gonna
collection item list.
go in
10 arrows. 1 ball received during the tutorial.
and then present on these.
I was told to grab a ball floating in the water, but it turned out to be just a regular ball.
Yeah, so we get random,
Stage 4. Playtime.
random
Item.
descriptions.
Collection weapons. You can check collection. Collect 10 arrows picked up during the tutorial. A lot of arrows were flying around and I just picked up one that had fallen, so I was lucky it wasn't sharp. Weapons. You can check the weapons collection items. I got 22 pieces of my car, I destroyed it myself. After all, the tutorial guy said it was okay to read it. Data Timor. Playtime 0 hours 35 minutes.
Yeah, so that's
Items. You collection weapons. You check and change preferences. Hacks and games.
pretty
You can check
interesting.
the weapons you are holding. Collection items. You can check the items you have. Stage selection. Move to the stage selection screen.
Yes, I can get descriptions. The annoying thing though is that, unfortunately, you have to constantly go back into the menu as you saw It also applies to BK3, unfortunately. Oh, by the way, about the stage buffing feature, some trivia about that. That feature did not exist back in the day. So if you would die... Well, it did. Sorry, it did exist. Well, it didn't exist, but like, it existed later. But even later came the fact that now, if you die, you will just be returned back to your stage selection screen. However, back in the day, this was like 2012, so don't worry. Back in the day, if you would die, you would be returned. You would pretty much, like, have to restart the entire game because the game would pretty much exit. This still applies in some cases. It is very rare, however, but it still does apply. So be aware of that. It's very rare, but it still does apply in some cases. I'll explain when it does. So unlike BK1, no longer will every single death, I guess, make the game exit. Because in BK1, every time you would die, the game would pretty much exit. In this game, that's not the case. In very few cases it is. Like, there's only like 1, maybe 2 cases, maybe 3, but not many at all. So yeah, but just as a word of warning that if the game exits, your game isn't broken. It's just, it does that when you die in very specific cases. So yeah. So, I don't really have much else to say for this part. This was the recap and the tutorial of bk2, or Bokurunner de Balkan 2. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.
BK2 X first order, pause button, stop button,